For whom the bell tolls has you work under a time limit to save Hans from being hanged as a poacher. It also takes all of your inventory, so you're starting from scratch. Here, I'll take you through the easiest route I found to complete the mission. So our goal is to reach the chapel, which is at the top of the tower, to find the only person who can clear Hans's name, Captain Thomas. Unfortunately, access to most of the castle counts as trespassing. First, you're going to carry 3 sacks to the shed. It's tedious, but it's so clever because you're aware of your time limit and you're like, why am I carrying sacks right now? But the easiest way to complete this mission is by doing small jobs to gain access to more areas of the castle. You see here that if I try to move from this courtyard, the guard yells at me. So after carrying the 3 sacks, we're going to talk to the blacksmith who asks us to forge 1 horseshoe. This now allows us to access that courtyard I was trying to get him to before. You don't even technically have to make the horseshoe to progress, but making it unlocks another route in case you miss a speech check in the way I'm going to do it. But the most important thing is to go here and rob the shelf to get charcoal, some money, and a lockpick. Then talk to this woman who will say she needs help unlocking a chest. Don't be shy, just freely admit that you will be able to help. She will then lead you to the kitchen where you can go to the basement. Again, you don't even need to do this, but it's quick and she did us a favour. You can even sneak into the dungeon and talk to Hans.
Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here! They want to hang me!
So we now have free access to the kitchen area of this tower. Go back upstairs to the kitchen and you will see the Chamberlain holding his stomach. Offer to help him and you will need to pass a speech check. On trying this on multiple playthroughs, I had success with this check with my stats at 10, but don't quote me on that. If you fail this check, you can skip to the end of the video to see another way to get into the chapel without stealth. The Chamberlain will allow you to treat him and gain access to the alchemy tower if you pass 2 of these checks. So go for the 2 easy ones here. Passing all of these allows you to successfully diagnose him with the stomach ulcer and he will tell you to go make him a cure. He will also allow you to make a cure if you only pass 2 of these checks. However, if you fail one of the checks, he will not trust you to help him, so make sure you only do the 2 easy ones if you're not sure, and then you can click diagnose immediately. We can now go to the smaller tower across the courtyard and go all the way up without being bothered by the guards. Without the Chamberlain's permission, this is a trespassing area, so you would need to stealth. This is helpful because everyone keeps going on about how Captain Thomas has a fever. At the top of the tower, we come across the lady from the pond. You can convince her to help, but she's not that helpful. You just need to unlock this very easy chest and take all the herbs, and then take the surgeon's journal from the shelf. Read the journal to learn about making a fever potion, and make one at the alchemy table. You can also make the digestive potion for the Chamberlain, but you don't have to. I made it for him as we're going to use it to ask for permission to visit the chapel. Run back to the Chamberlain, give him the potion, and Henry will talk about how much he loves chapels, and the Chamberlain will reluctantly allow us to go. We can now freely go up the tallest tower and speak to Captain Thomas's sister. There's a guard standing at the front of the stairs, which is the only real obstacle. You can probably throw a stone to distract him, and that's it. The 12th bell magically tolls, even though I only did it in 3, and you can see how it turns out for Henry and Hans. If you don't manage to help the Chamberlain, you can complete the horseshoe, talk to the blacksmith who tells you to give it to the groom. You can then ask the groom about their past and their tools. Turns out they're a criminal. If you ask to buy lockpicks in exchange for a favour, he will ask you to get a rosary back from the priest he lost it to in a game of dice. He tells you no funny business, but I don't have the money to try to play dice, so I took the sword from this guard post and attacked him while he stands on the walls. I put his body back in the room I got the sword from and stole everything off him. Don't forget to unequip the sword or you'll get accused of stealing. I also washed my clothes so no one would see the blood. Don't take the rosary back to the groom, take it to this guy who's praying near the blacksmith's forge. He'll say he's praying for Captain Thomas because some bandits attacked him and stole his rosary. Tell him about the rosary you have, and he will be so thankful that he'll personally escort you to the chapel tower, giving you free access. You'll have to figure out how to stealth to the alchemy lab, but at least that takes some pressure off. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it if you could like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want me to cover any other missions in the game.